Hey, have you heard about the essay contest we're doing? We have some really great prizes I'll tell you about later on. You're supposed to write about something you've seen at the museum, but it dawned on us that some of you might be having a hard time getting down to see it. So we thought if you can't go to the museum, maybe we can bring the museum to you. What do you think? Do you want to go on a tour? Come on, let's go. Hang on, because I'm going to go fast, and I'm just going to give you little snippets and hints of fun items to talk about. We're just down the street from the police station and around the corner from the bakery at 410 West 5th. Are you ready to go inside? Oh, but watch out, though. Jack may try to scare you. He startles a lot of folks. Jack is our mascot for our logging display. Did you know that Le Center was once the major provider for railroad ties on the West Coast? This is a replica of what's called a steam donkey, which was used for dragging logs down the skid trail to the river. This is our prune corner. Did you know that Clark County was once the prune capital of the world at the time? They had a prune parade and even a prune queen. These are three of our stern wheel captains. Captain William Weir, Captain Minnie Hill, who was the first woman steamboat pilot west of the Mississippi, and Captain Pete Moe. His granddaughter lives here in Le Center. You might know of her. She lives up on Highland, grows berries, and makes some really yummy jam. These murals on either side of the fireplace were once in the Le Center bar. They were painted by Denny Dunton back in 1977 and hung there until new owners remodeled. That's when Ken and Myrna Viles saved them by cutting out the drywall they were painted directly on and brought them to the museum after thoroughly cleaning all the years of tobacco smoke off. We've got a really great old spinning wheel for making yarn, plus some old tin toys and paper dolls. The rock table from the Cattle Pottle Gym Club is always a huge favorite since everything looks like real food. The skating rink was where everybody gathered in town to have fun, young and old. It stood where the Palace Casino is right now. We have many great photo albums with tons of pictures and info. Here's one with interviews and bios of lots of townspeople. Here's an old telephone where you had to ask the operator to connect you to whoever you wanted to talk to, and then they could listen in on your conversation. Do you know any mayors of Le Center? Do you know who our first mayor was? We have photos and info on quite a few of them. We have stories on both John Timmons and John Pollock, who were instrumental founders of Le Center. We have a nice display of native artifacts. We have tons of old graduating class photos that are always fun to laugh and poke fun at, their old hairstyles and clothing. These are some really beautiful calendars, which are all from local businesses here in Le Center. The Soul family not only had a meat locker, but a market and a barber shop as well. Here's a radio like one that was at the Soul Market, where lots of townspeople gathered to hear the first ever broadcasted boxing fight back in 1921 between Jack Dempsey and George's Carpentier. We once had a doctor who rode a donkey to make house calls and a midwife named Maddie Shelton who delivered 121 babies. We also had a doctor who went crazy from hatred and jealousy one night and started a fire that burned down a block of the town before killing himself. One of the shops that burned down was a photographer's studio where cameras like these may have been used. Our annex building was actually the garage belonging to the Mayor's Corner House down the street from us. It was moved here to house Grandma's kitchen and Grandpa's tools. Here's an old stove, a hand pump to bring in water, an ice box, a cream separator. Here's another old washing machine, a cabbage slicer, a bed warmer, and a hand pump vacuum. There's lots of blacksmith tools, a small forge, and a grinding wheel for sharpening blades. So that's our quick tour to refresh your memory or give you ideas of what to write about. We'd love to have you come in and bring your family with you to spend more time. We cherish these treasures and love to show them off. We're open the first and third Saturday of each month. You can also find lots of history on our website at www.thelecentermuseum.org. You can also find information on both our Facebook page and our Facebook group page. Deadlines for the contest is November 1st, and prizes will be awarded on December 4th at 1 o'clock. There's great gift certificates from the Gorilla Grill, which will be for gas and deli products. There's also a certificate from the River's Edge Ice Cream and Coffee Deli. There's one from Fred Meyer's, and there'll be a grand cash prize from the museum. Remember, all LeCenter students are welcome to participate. There's no word count requirement. We just need a clear description of the item and how it connects to the community. Please send your essay either by email to lecentermuseum@tds.net or to our street address at 410 West 5th Street. Include your name, grade, and age. Happy writing and best of luck. We're looking forward to reading them.